So here's an interesting video. I got a couple of guitars back, chief among which is the Red Rocket. Yeah, I loaned that to a friend for a bit, and I just got it back, so I'm going to be cleaning that up, put some new strings on it, do a few things to it. Anyway, if you've been watching my channel a while, you know that I struggle with recording these guitars. I don't really have proper recording equipment, but I recently borrowed this. A friend of mine, her son, actually owns this. So her 13-year-old her 13-year-old boy owns this. He does a gaming YouTube channel. So he bought this. I think he said he paid $150 for it. And we're all quite friendly, so I asked him if he'd loan it to me for a couple of days to try out, and he was happy to do that. I'll have to, if you're into gaming, I'll have to post his link. I think he just started doing YouTube videos. Anyway, so he was kind enough to loan this to me for a few days to try out, and I tried it out, and I'm pretty pleased with it, I gotta say. I've tried out a few USB microphones, and I've been displeased with every single one. So I've been a bit gun-shy to go and actually spend money or do a trade or try to acquire another USB mic. Not that I haven't been looking at them, and not that I haven't been like super close to buying or trading for them like a number of times here over the past 6 or 8 months since I had the last one. Anyway. So I tried this out, and I'm actually really pleased with it, but the real problem that I have with all of these things is that none of these external features seem to work on my Mac, and then if you go to these companies' websites, they don't really have like there's not, like on a PC, there's not like software drivers that you download to make all this shit work. You just plug it in, and my computer recognizes it, and it becomes available to use immediately. But like this gain control, this does nothing. This seems to do nothing. And then of course on the other side, that's just if you've got it plugged in for volume. I went quickly to their website to see if they offered any software to give me control over this stuff. But that's the problem I've had with most of these things, is I plug them into any Mac that I have, and I don't have control over any of these external features. Don't seem to do anything. Anyway, but I am pleased with how this recorded. So this is how I recorded with this one. The gain was just turned all the way down. It was just on this setting. I don't have a clue. I didn't do a lot of research. I just tried to plug it in to see if I could get it going. And yeah, I got a decent result out of it. So I'm thinking for $150 is what he said he paid for this one. I might try and find myself one of these things used, or go buy a brand new one. I don't know. Does anybody out there do much home recording with a Mac? Like, that's really what I'm looking for here. If anybody does, like, noodles around at home with a Mac trying to record, if you've got a really simple, $100 to $150 type solution like this, I'm pretty pleased with this. I think I'm probably gonna try and find one, because this just seemed to work, and I'm not overly worried about all this nonsense on the outside, if I'm honest. If it just works and I can kind of control the rest of it through the computer itself, if I can control it in processing in my video processing software, then I'll be fine. And I think I've gotten a decent result with it, so might go and try and find one of those. But if anybody has a recommendation on what I could use to to get a better result than this I think is going to give me, let me know in the comments section, and I'll be back. Today's my first official day of freedom from the kids. They're both back at school, so I'm pretty pleased. Fist bump, yeah. So I'm going to be working on these two in the next day. My buddy Richard really wants me to put a dummy coil in this guitar. He says it's quite noisy. But I don't know if there's going to be enough room in the cavity there, so I'll have to see what's what. I'll have to pull it back apart. So I guess you're going to see this guitar come back apart again, and we'll see what's what, see if we can throw a dummy coil in it. But yeah, he says it's a bit noisy once he puts pedals in the chain. And that needs a serious cleanup. That's back. And yeah, so there we go. There's my video for today. Cheers, everyone.